The subject of GMOs, or genetically modified organisms, has been buzzing around for years, but it still remains a mystery to many. And not just GMOs, but the giant corporation behind much of the GMO movement, Monsanto. Today's book, Deconstructing Monsanto by Chris Kanthan, touches on these topics. But this isn't about fear-mongering, conspiracy theories, or another rant about Monsanto. This is about understanding the facts, the history, and the implications of GMO technology on our food, our health, and our planet. So, let's get into it. Back then, GMOs and Monsanto were barely on the radar for most people. But today, the landscape has changed dramatically. Across the country, from Vermont to Oregon, dozens of bills are being considered to label GMOs. In 2012, California's Proposition 37 almost passed, showing just how much public awareness and concern have grown. People are rallying against Monsanto and other biotech companies, demanding transparency and accountability in our food supply. The demand for organic food is skyrocketing, and that's the good news. But here's the catch. While people are becoming more aware, many still don't fully understand the dangers of GMOs. There's a lot of confusion and fear, and Monsanto and its allies have been very effective at muddying the waters. The failure of Proposition 37 is a testament to how easily they can confuse the public. This book is the result of Kanthan's own journey to understand the relationship between food and health, and what he discovered was shocking. The food supply and the entire ecosystem are at a critical point, and we need to understand the implications of GMO technology. This isn't just about science, it's about ethics, economics, and the future of our planet. Let me take you through a conversation Kanthan had with a friend who was skeptical about the whole GMO debate. The said friend asked, "Why are you marching against Monsanto? Isn't biotech a good thing? We need all the help we can get to feed the world." On the surface, the idea of creating plants that are pest-resistant and drought-resistant sounds great. But here's the thing. GMO crops are designed to be little pesticide factories. They produce a toxin called Bt toxin, which bursts the stomach of insects that eat the plant. The problem? We're eating these plants too, and while the biotech companies claim Bt toxin is safe, would you really want to eat food that's constantly producing a pesticide? Let's talk about Bt toxin for a moment. It's not just a simple pesticide. It's a toxin that can have serious health implications. Studies have shown that it can cause kidney and liver damage, and there's evidence that it may be linked to food allergies. And here's the kicker. The Bt toxin produced by GM plants is thousands of times more concentrated than the natural version. Then there's the issue of herbicide-tolerant crops. Monsanto's Roundup is a powerful herbicide, and they've engineered crops to withstand it. But here's the catch. Roundup is absorbed by the plant and travels through its system. So when you eat these crops, you're also ingesting Roundup. Studies have shown that Roundup can cause birth defects, endocrine disruption, and even cancer. Monsanto's history is riddled with controversy. They were the company behind DDT, PCB, and Agent Orange, chemicals that were later banned due to their harmful effects. Yet, despite this track record, they've managed to maintain their dominance in the agricultural industry. Monsanto's influence extends far beyond the fields. They've infiltrated the federal government, placing their people in key positions at the FDA, USDA, and even the Supreme Court. This revolving door between Monsanto and government agencies has allowed them to shape policies and regulations in their favor. It's not just Monsanto. There's a whole food mafia at play. Companies like Dow AgroSciences, Syngenta, BASF, Bayer, and DuPont are all part of this intricate web. They control the seeds, the chemicals, and the food supply, and they have a vested interest in keeping the public in the dark. One of the biggest issues is the lack of independent scientific studies on GMOs. In the U.S., biotech companies have the power to restrict or even stop independent research. This means that most of the studies on GMOs are conducted or funded by the companies themselves, raising serious questions about their credibility. The health risks of GMOs are real. Studies have shown that GMO corn can cause tumors, kidney and liver damage, and even infertility. Roundup has been linked to DNA damage and cancer, and Bt toxin has been found in the blood of pregnant women and fetuses, suggesting it can cross the placental barrier. Monsanto's practices have also had a devastating impact on farmers. They've been sued for patent infringement, even when their fields were accidentally contaminated with Monsanto's GM seeds. This has forced many farmers to abandon their traditional seeds and buy Monsanto's seeds and chemicals, often at exorbitant prices. So, what can we do? First, educate yourself. There are plenty of resources out there, from documentaries like Food Inc. and The World According to Monsanto, to websites and social media groups dedicated to this issue. Second, vote with your wallet. Buy organic, support local farmers, and avoid processed foods. And finally, get involved. Join the movement, attend rallies, and make your voice heard. The fight against Monsanto and the GMO industry is not just about food. It's about our health, our environment, and our future. It's about standing up for what's right and demanding transparency and accountability. So, let's take action, spread the word, and work towards a healthier, more sustainable world. This has been a BrightLearn video from BrightLearn.ai on the book Deconstructing Monsanto by Chris Kanthan. Visit BrightLearn.ai for more fascinating videos like this one, and visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage and breaking news on critical stories that keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.